What's poppin', guys? Welcome to Money Talk, the number one news source, the number one information source, and the number one entertainment source for all investors all around the world regarding the stock market, the financial world, and the crypto universe. Today, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the stock market side, and we're going to be discussing one of our very favorite stocks, Mindmed. All right, guys, we started talking about Mindmed about 6 months ago when this channel first started, and I was telling everybody about how great of a company this is and how this company is planning on changing people's lives. And since then, obviously, Mindmed has come a very, very long way. They're in fact up over 55% since 6 months ago, right? Although it's been a very volatile run for Mindmed, right? I mean, they went from the $2 range all the way to $4, and then back to $2 again, and then all the way to a whopping like $4.70 USD, of course, right? And then now they're kind of back at the $3.50 level, and they've been consolidating there. But today, the question that we're going to be answering is, can Mindmed make its all-time highs again, and what is the reasonable price target to have for Mindmed? Okay, guys, so without further ado, let's get this video on Mindmed started. But guys, before we begin, I do have one favor to ask you guys, which is actually very beneficiary to you guys. If you're watching this video on anything other than the YouTube app, there's going to be a button up there that says open, go to app, whatever it says. Okay, I'm going to put a photo up here. I think it says open, right? I want you to click on that, and it will take you directly to the YouTube app. It will take you to this video on the YouTube app, okay? And then it will make your audio better, your video better, complete Money Talk Mindmed experience a whole lot better. Okay, guys? So do that. I'm gonna give you a second. All right, now that you've done that, okay, good. Now that you've done that and you're on the YouTube app, let's get talking about Mindmed. Now, before we get to the question of where will Mindmed be heading, it's important to first understand how did Mindmed get to where it is right now at this 3.2 USD price, right, per share that we're seeing right now, and how it's consolidating around the 3.5 level ish. Okay, so about last year or so, there was a lot of hype regarding Mindmed, this psychedelic medicine company that's planning on helping people with ADHD, with anxiety, PTSD, and everything using psychedelics such as LSD, mushrooms, and etc. Right? And this was a medicine company. All right, this is a medicine company, guys. It is not one of those retail companies such as I think it's called Red Light Holland or something like that. Right? So it is not. These guys are not in the retail industry. They're actually in the medicine and pharmaceutical business. All right. So it started picking up a whole lot of momentum, and we ended up around in December of 2020, it hit its all-time high of the $4 level, right? The $4.37 level, and then from there it obviously went back down because stocks don't just go up, right? There is a pullback. A pullback is needed to kind of balance out the price, and then it fell down to the $3.2, and we consolidated there for a while. There was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of volatility, and then mid-February there was a switch. All right, guys, there was a switch when we hit the $4 level, and this switch wasn't necessarily related anything to Mindmed, okay, which will bring us to the next point about why did Mindmed's price crash from $4 in mid-February all the way down to the $2 level in April. All right, in a matter of just 1 month, the price went from, or 2 months rather, not 1 month, right? In a matter of 1 or 2 months, the price went from $4 to $2. All right. So when a stock falls in price, guys, it falls due to one or the other reason. All right. One of these two reasons I'm going to explain. I don't know why I said one or the other reason, as I've already told you guys the reasons. Anyways, so a stock falls in price because of either the company or the market. All right. Now, this is very important to differentiate why a stock's price is falling. Is it because the whole market is down, or is it because the company is doing something wrong, and etc.? Because one thing that we do know is that companies fail, and companies don't ever make a comeback. But markets do. When markets fail, they 10 out of 10 every single time markets have recovered. All right, guys. So it's important to differentiate between why did Mindmed's price fall, and this was completely and simply because of one reason: the market. All right, it was the market. There were no bad news regarding Mindmed in mid-February causing the price to go down to $2 level. No, none of that. It was completely market. The whole complete growth sector was down. Almost every single stock in the growth sector, such as Plug Power, such as Jevo, Tesla, CCIV, every sector, okay, every speculative sector, that if you look at the charts, you will see and you will understand that every single stock in those sectors had a huge turnaround mid-February. Now, a lot of people put the reason and the blame on different problems, right? A lot of people think it's inflation. A lot of people think it was inflation scares that scared people into selling and getting out of the market, which is kind of dumb because, as I've said many times, okay, on this channel, inflation is good for the stock market, okay? Inflation is not good for the economy, and that's where people kind of get it mixed up. They think that the stock market is the economy and the economy is the stock market. No. Let me give you guys an example, okay? Last year, mid-COVID, when COVID was going crazy and the US economy was completely destroyed and ruined and whatever, the stock market was also at its lows, okay? It dropped a hefty percentage because everything was shut down. And at that moment, the economy and the stock market were balanced, okay? Flash forward like 2-3 months later, like 2-3 months later, when the stock market's fully recovered and the economy is in the hole that it has been since COVID started, all right? The market was doing fine. The stock market was recovering fine, which brings me to the point that the stock market and the economy are not the same thing, all right? And if something hurts the economy, it doesn't necessarily hurt the stocks, okay? Because after all, inflation causes prices to go up. And what happens when the price of a stock goes up? We make money. That's what happens, all right? We make money because it goes up if everything's overvalued in an inflationary market, if that's a word, okay? And the stocks are also overvalued, and who cares? Who cares if stocks are overvalued as long as they're going up, all right? We don't, I mean, Jesus Christ, was Tesla ever really worth $800 billion ever? Is Tesla solving cancer or something? No, but who cares? Let's just ride the wave, right? Like, we don't, like, as us investors, don't really mind as long as the end results for us is green, okay? Doesn't matter if something's overvalued or not. And one thing that I've learned a lot in the stock market recently, right, is that people don't really care about the fundamentals. Personally, I used to be a very fundamental oriented investor, okay? And I used to think that, oh my God, no, the PE ratio doesn't necessarily match this and match that. And the more I've learned and the more I've experienced in the stock market is that investing and the stock market, investing and everything is completely based on people's emotions. It is based on their fears. It is based on their uncertainty or certainty, or their not fear of something and feeling safe and everything, okay? The fundamentals are, they do count, okay? And the fundamentals of a company do eventually catch up with the company, but at what point do they catch up, right? This is why we find ourselves in a lot of bubbles over time. The tech bubble, the dot-com bubble, the maybe EV bubble, right? So the fundamentals eventually do catch up with the stock market, but when will they catch up? I mean, all we have seen is up at this point, right? When it comes to EV companies, except like I was saying in the growth sector when things turn around on February 16th. So that's one of the reasons. Now, backtracking, that's one of the reasons why the stock market was going down, has been going down since mid-February. Inflation. Now, another reason why this is happening, and another reason why I believe this is happening, is the hedge funds. The hedge funds are shorting. The way hedge funds work, guys, is that they are always trading, all right? And they don't buy and hold the stock and be like, oh, I hope it goes to the moon. Yeah, we did our analysis. No. They're actively trading, guys. They buy the stocks when it goes up and they short the stocks when it goes down. And when you short a stock, you cause the price of the stock to go even more down, okay? It goes even more down than, because you're just directly selling it, right? How short selling works is that you borrow something, not buy. You borrow something, okay? You borrow a stock from your broker, you sell it, and then you hope that the price goes down, so then you can buy it cheaper and return it to the person that lent it to you. And the cut in between those two prices is how you make your money. But think about what I just said. You sell first, right? And the stock market is simple supply and demand, and when a lot of selling happens, it shows that the demand isn't there, so the price goes down, right? And if you can just sell something before ever buying it, you're just directly helping the downtrend, and you have never even been part of the buying pressure and the help to get it there, right? You're just hitting it in the head, okay? And basically how hedge funds do this is that they see what the crowd is doing, they see what the retail investors and everybody's doing, right? And they basically just put steroids, like they stick the movement into steroids. If the retail is with it, if the retail is with the stock and they want a stock going up, or it goes up, they push, the hedge funds push and make it go all the way up. But then on the other hand, if there's a little bit of uncertainty and the stock's looking like and the market and the stock is looking a little bit uncertain and it's going and it's facing down, then what do? They short and cause the price to go all the way to hell, all right? To hell, where it's just burning, okay? But oftentimes what happens is that we see this rubber band effect, okay, where they pull it all the way down and then pop, it goes way up, all right? That was inappropriate what I just did there. But anyways, it goes way back up, okay? So with that being said, right, are we going to see a pop? Are we going to see a pop anytime soon? I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon, but we are already kind of experiencing a little bit of market rollback, and a lot of companies have found their bottom. Okay, now I do know that Mindmed, for example, they did have they were bouncing around that $2 level, and they were actually holding the $2 level very well, even though they were at the $2 level, which is no good, right? But it's because the whole complete sector, the whole market sector was down. Okay, that's why this was happening. Now back to Mindmed. Anyways, so on April 22nd or on April 23rd, rather, I forgot which day it was. I think it was April 23rd. News came out that finally, Mindmed is going to be joining, NASDAQ. Okay, the long-awaited news finally received, and soon Mindmed, in a matter of days, my bad guys, it just kept jumping up, and in 3 days, it was over the weekend rather, we were at $4.69 USD. Okay, that's the new high for Mindmed. But unfortunately, guys, in markets that are very, very red, okay, and in markets when the stock market is oftentimes on a downtrend, people look at catalyst as a selling opportunity instead of a buying opportunity. They look at it as a way of exiting the market, and they just want to kind of maybe buy the dip on their other stocks or maybe lower their average a little bit, and hence why the $4 level, we couldn't hold the $4 level, and we went down all the way to the $3 level, and we tested the $2.99 level, and then we popped right back up to $3.80, and now we're consolidating around the $3 level. Okay, so where am I going with all this, with this huge monologue I gave you guys? Okay, where am I going? What I'm trying to tell you guys is, if the market was not on a downtrend, okay, if the market was not on a downtrend, and I think that we need to look at Mindmed's $3.20 price with a grain of salt, okay, as in this stock is worth $3.20 when the growth sector is down, when the growth sector is completely getting annihilated by these short sellers. Now, why the growth sector? Why are hedge funds so lovingly of the growth sector? Well, let me tell you guys why. Because nothing makes sense in the growth sector. The growth sector makes no sense. Like I was saying, right, about how investing isn't really about the fundamentals. Well, if you don't believe that, just look at the growth sector, right? It's the growth sector is a perfect example of that, and it's just based on pure speculation. Now, if people are seeing red, right? They're seeing red after red after red. They may start changing their mind on a stock and believing that, oh my God, it's the future. And people end up seeing, I don't know, can shrooms even help people with PTSD? I mean, I did read like 50 articles that say LSD helps people with anxiety, but does it? The stock's been going down, so I'm just gonna sell, right? And it just causes people to go like, you know what, I don't know anything, okay? Especially with the way that the stock market's going recently, and with a lot of new traders, a lot of new retail traders, since Wealthsimple and Robinhood and everything have made investing easier than ever. There's a lot of new investors that are easily shook and easily scared, and they're paper handing out of every single stock that they see red in. Okay, this is why that the growth sector is being attacked by short sellers, okay, and hedge funds. This is why. So back to Mindmed. All right, so back to Mindmed. Listen, if Mindmed is at $3.20 when the market is down, right? I think that when the markets recover, Mindmed can literally double in price, right? Double in price. This is just from a perspective of there will be no new catalysts, okay? Even though we all know that Mindmed does have so many great catalysts and so many FDA approvals and the stuff like in ahead of them, right? They have these stuff lined up, they have these catalysts lined up, and we're just at this point, like I was saying this back in early April too, when I was making videos in March. I was saying that this is the time to be buying Mindmed, because Mindmed has so many catalysts lined up for it that it's ready for good news to get popping. And what do you know, about 2 weeks later or a week later, we get the news that we are in NASDAQ, okay, which was great news. Now, so what I'm trying to say is that without any catalyst, right, as the market recovers, as the growth sector market recovers and all the other stocks recover, I could easily see Mindmed at the $5 or even the $6 level in the next year or so. All right, now this is completely without any catalyst once again. Okay, now don't come at me saying, but when we get FDA approvals, it's going to hit the $8. Well, yeah, obviously it's going to hit $8 or something like that, right, when we get FDA approvals. But this video is just from the perspective of there being absolutely no catalyst and just based on market trends and market movement, how will Mindmed keep up and recover. So with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't leave yet. All right, don't leave yet. Let me tell you guys just one thing. Okay, this will help you. Okay, smash the like button. So more investors, more Mindmed investors get to see this video and they get to get rid of this feeling that, oh my God, maybe some people bought at the $4 level, right? And they're seeing their account red every single day, and they're like, oh my God, am I gonna sell this? Am I gonna what should I do with this stock, right? So make sure to smash the like button so this video gets shared to more Mindmed holders, so they understand that they're actually not bag holders and that Mindmed can reach its all-time highs and even make new highs again. So with that being said, guys, every day on the channel I come up with new content. Don't leave yet. Again, don't leave yet. All right, I know as soon as people start doing the outro, people just click away. I do the same, but don't leave yet. Okay, so every day on the channel, guys, I come up with new content regarding finance and I try my best to make it entertaining for you guys. Okay, so with that being said, make sure to smash the subscribe button and stay a while. All right, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Money Talk.